What is up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 video. After my Pestilence Tick of Death build where my Pesty is maxed at Expertise 25, I've been getting a lot of questions on how to get your expertise up as quickly as possible. So instead of referring to a video I did almost 2 years ago, I figured it was time to do a refresh video on that subject. So that's what this video is going to be about. First and foremost, what we need to concentrate on is getting your pieces to max proficiency, because the more items you have proficient, the higher your expertise will go until all of your items are max proficient, which means then your expertise will be at its max value, which right now is 25. One way to get your items proficient is by simply playing the game, because kill XP is what will rank your items up. I definitely would recommend Countdown, because not only will your kills count towards your proficiency rank, but all of your teammates' kills as well will count towards that proficiency rank. So you're getting 8 times the amount of kill XP when playing in that game mode. The items that will get these proficiency points counted towards them is what you have equipped on your character, and each slot is getting their own proficiency rank. What I mean by that is, if you are using a full 4-piece set of Hunter's Fury, then say you have a Sokolov piece and a Grupo piece on, then all 4 slots you have Hunter's Fury in is gaining proficiency points for each of those slots. So you are getting 4 times the amount of proficiency points towards your Hunter's Fury gear set, whereas your 1 piece of Grupo and 1 piece of Sokolov is gaining proficiency points just for that 1 slot they are in. Before I go any further, let me say that doing this, for example, with your gear set or brand set pieces, each specific set is treated as 1 when getting proficiency ranks. And what I mean by that is, say I just have 1 piece of Grupo on and I get that 1 piece of Grupo to proficiency rank 1. Then that means every single regular Grupo piece that I have is at proficiency rank 1, not just that 1 specific piece of Grupo. And I said regular piece of Grupo because named items are completely separate when getting proficiency ranks from the brand set that it is. For instance, you see I have these contractor gloves where the proficiency rank is 8. Even though it is a Petrov piece, the regular Petrov brand set does not have the same proficiency rank as its named item. As you can see, this is a regular Petrov piece and it's at 0 proficiency rank. So again, named items are specific to themselves. And as I go along, I know some stuff may sound confusing to some, so if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer those questions. Now, like I mentioned before, each slot is gaining proficiency points. So if you go into Countdown and you see someone with all 6 item slots with 1 specific gear set or brand set equipped, and you think, you know, look at this noob. They may not be a noob at all and are wanting to get that 1 specific brand set or gear set to max proficiency as fast as possible, since it will be gaining proficiency points for that specific brand set or gear set 6 times as fast. And the other beautiful thing about Countdown is you can set the targeted loot to whatever you want, making it even easier to get a specific brand set or gear set to max proficiency. So before we go into the next way that we can get our proficiency rank up, just wanted to go over the expertise menu. We can see this is where your guns are, and like I said, each specific type of gun you have to get to, max proficiency. So you can see we have an ACR and then the ACRE. They have to each get their own proficiency rank. Just like here with the AKM and then the Black Market AKM. Yeah, so each type of gun has to get their own proficiency rank. And then of course we have our specializations where we get our ranks with this. And then this is where now the exotics with the guns, they're whatever specific type of gun they are will be here. So you have the capacitor, the chameleon, they will be in the guns. Now with the gear, this is where your named and exotic items will be. And it tells you how many that you have to proficient. So you saw we had 1 proficient, which would be what? Oh, my 0's F. 0 of 9, 1 of 5. That's just showing you how many items in this specific category that you have proficient. Alright, same thing with the skills, then your brand sets, and you can see 1. That means the Murakami is at proficiency rank 1. Once they're max, it'll just say proficient. Then of course your gear sets. Another thing you can do to get your proficiency rank up is by donating materials. Printer filament is by far the best way to go about doing this because it only costs 30 of them for each time you use this method. One thing I will say is if you are running low on printer filament, I would suggest instead of using your watch points to buy more, which will get you 10 printer filament, use that 1 watch point to get you 10k credits. And as you can see here at the vendor, those 10k credits can get you 2 mods. And when you deconstruct those mods, and it will get you 12 printer filament for that 1 watch point as opposed to 10 if you use that watch point buying the printer filament on the watch. I know it's only 2 extra, but trust me, in the long run it definitely adds up. Obviously, this method is great when having either a lot of scavenging points or a lot of credits to use. The third way you can get your proficiency rank up is by donating your guns and gear that you acquire when doing activities. And again, like I said, Countdown by far the best way to do this because you're going to get a lot of guns and gear fast. So after your run of Countdown, obviously keep the really good road items that you want, but then mark everything else to junk. So when you do come back to your expertise page, you don't have to individually donate each item, but as you can see at the bottom, it has the option for me on Xbox to hold the X button, and that will donate all junk. Yeah, so make sure whatever that you're not wanting to keep, just mark it as junk. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. Once you get a specific item to max proficiency, which is proficiency rank 10, your item is now proficient. Now what? You can now upgrade your item expertise level to the max level that your expertise is at. So as you can see, my expertise level is on this account is 2. So I can only upgrade to expertise 2. Then the higher you get your expertise from playing the game, then the higher you can upgrade whatever item you want upgraded that's proficient. But unlike the proficiency rank, upgrading items is now completely individual. You cannot upgrade one item to max expertise and all of the items for that specific gear or brand set is upgraded. No, only that one specific gear piece is being upgraded. So how do we upgrade an item to what our max expertise is at? At this point, you don't get to decide which materials you donate, the game is doing that for you. So let's use a Coyote's mask as an example, since it is at max proficiency. We can now upgrade its expertise level, so you can see at the bottom the materials required to upgrade this mask is polycarbonate, carbon fiber, and protective fabric. So we'll upgrade that to our max expertise level. Alright, 1, and you can see just beside the weapon damage, it's showing that it is now expertise level 2. And again, like I mentioned at the start, the more items you have proficient, the higher your expertise will get. This will not come super fast, so if your expertise is still low, just enjoy the game because it is a grind. But I do have a way you can help boost getting some items to proficient super fast. Unfortunately, this way does require you to have either a lot of credits or a lot of watch points. Now I did get a few credits I had from playing Countdown and selling everything that I got, but I did that for the sake of the video because honestly, I would recommend donating everything you get from Countdown. So the way to give yourself a boost is by going to your vendor every week, and whatever items you do not have proficient, you can buy those items and donate them to get proficient really fast. For example, this pistol, I am at 0 proficiency. But when I buy 10 of them and then I donate those 10, which will cost me a bit over 56k credits, then as you see, it got me halfway to being max proficient. So basically, if you are at 0 proficiency for a weapon that is at the vendor, buying 20 of those specific weapons and donating them will get that weapon to max proficiency. This also works with all named items, including brand set named items. Now, it does cost a good bit more to do this with your regular brand set or gear set pieces. I'll also demonstrate that with this Badger Tough piece. You see we are at proficiency rank 3. And when I buy 10 of these and then I go donate these 10 Badger Tough pieces, you see our proficiency rank went up just 1. So if you are at 0 proficiency rank on a regular gear set or brand set piece, it will basically take buying 100 of that specific gear set or brand set piece to get it to max proficiency. That's why I said it will take a good bit of credits or watch points to turn into credits to take advantage of this little boost that you can get every week when all the vendors reset. And also this shows you just how many items you need to donate. If you're going to go the donating route, you're going to need to donate for each specific brand set or gear set 100 of them. And then of course any of the guns and the named items, you'll just need to donate 20 of them to get those to max proficiency. So getting your proficiency rank up to get your expertise up is actually a bit easier than some people make it seem, but still I know it is a grind. So for a recap, 1, you need to get 10 proficiency ranks to get a specific item to become proficient. And you get those ranks by simply playing the game, getting kill XP, donating materials, or donating the guns or gear pieces specific to that brand set, gear set, or gun type that you want to get to max proficiency. 2, the more proficiency ranks you have, the higher your expertise level will go until you have all items proficient, which means your expertise will be at its max level. 3, once your item is proficient, you can now upgrade that item to a max of what your expertise level is at. And you upgrade your item by, again, donating your materials, but now the game decides for you what materials you donate. And one thing I did not go over is if you do get max expertise and you want to fully upgrade a specific gun or gear piece to max expertise, once you hit expertise level 12 on that item going forward, upgrading that item will now start costing you exotic components. So you definitely want to start saving as many exotic components as you can, and the way you get them is either by deconstructing an exotic, which will give you 1 exotic component, or by going into the DZ, opening the regular black boxes, which gives you a chance at getting an exotic component to drop. And I said regular black boxes because the black boxes that have the yellow paint on them will not give you an exotic component. You also have daily and weekly projects that can give you exotic components as well by completing the objectives from those projects. So that is it, my friends. Everything you need to know about getting your expertise level up. And if anyone else has some tips or tricks, definitely leave those in the comments. I hope everyone is doing good and staying safe out there. And as always, my YouTube family, take it easy.